Hey everyone, it's Laura here from makingcarsisfun.com, and today I'm part of the Pretty Pink Posh Sequin Shaker blog hub. Be sure to visit my blog or Pretty Pink Posh blog to check out all the details. So I'm going to get started right away. So first I'm going to use this piece of Simon Says Stamp watercolor paper. And I'm going to cut it to, 4 1/4 inch by 5 1/2. And now we're going to do something very fun. So I'm going to use some Post-it tape first, and I'm going to tear it. And I'm going to use a Tattered Rose Distress Marker by Tim Holtz. You can also use regular watercolor paints or just distress inks, but this time I'm using a distress marker, and I'm just going to scribble it down onto my work surface. Okay, so you don't want your brush to be super wet when you're using this ink, since this is such a light color. So I'm just picking up the color with my paintbrush, and as you can see, it's not super dry, but it's also not super wet. So I'm just going to start filling that the little space. Okay, there we go. So I just filled this up, and now I'm going to remove the pieces of Post-it tape. Okay, there we go. And now we have these super cool painted lines. Okay, so I just finished painting this piece, and I really love how it turned out. I also just wanted to let you know that I always use a fresh piece of Post-it tape for each line. This just worked the best for me, but you just have to try it out a little bit and see what you like the most. Okay, so now I'm going to create the sequin shaker, and I'm using the Daydreamer 6x6 paper pad by Dear Lizzie. So I already cut out this little quote that says "Smile, just really love the wood grain pattern," and then also the smile quote. So I already cut a piece of white cardstock that is slightly bigger than the little quote, and I'm going to adhere this piece onto the piece of white paper. Just going to do that so I have more space to add my foam squares. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere it over here. And this is actually an old piece of acetate, and it was from a stamp set that I put in a CD case because I don't use it anymore. So I'm going to cut it to the same size as a piece of white cardstock. There we go. So now I'm going to add my foam adhesive, and I actually recommend using foam tape because it's just a lot easier, and you also have to use less of this tape. But for now I'm just using foam squares because I don't have the foam tape yet. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, I created this frame of foam tape, and as I mentioned before, I actually recommend using foam tape, so not little foam squares. Okay, so now I'm going to peel off all the backer sheets. Okay, so now it's time for the most fun part of creating a sequin shaker. So I'm going to fill up the shaker, and I'm going to use the Pretty Pink Posh Sparkling Clear sequins, and these are by far my favorite sequins ever, just because they match every color and they are super shiny, and I just really like that. Okay, so I'm going to put them in the shaker, and you can use as many sequins as you want. Okay, I'm also going to add some lemon meringue sequins, just a couple of them. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere the piece of vellum onto all the foam squares. And as you can see, you can now shake with the shaker, and then you can see all the fun sequins, but you can also still see the quotes, which is really nice. Okay, so of course you still need to cover up the frame of foam adhesive, so I'm going to use some washi tape, and this washi tape is by Freckled Fawn, and this is called the Mint Chevron tape or something. I'm not sure, but I will link to it in the YouTube description box. Okay, so I'm just adhering it. And you can still see like a hint of white behind the washi tape, but it's not like in your face, so it's still okay, I think. I'm going to cut off the edges of washi tape because this wouldn't look really good on a card. So I'm just going to do that right away. Okay, so over here I have a standard size white card, and I cut it out of some Nina white cardstock. So now I'm going to adhere the striped piece of paper onto this card, and I'm using Tombow Mono adhesive. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some thread. I'm going to put that behind the sequin shaker, and okay, so I'm just adding some more sequins on this card, and these are the sparkling clear sequins as well. I'm going to use glossy accents to adhere the sequin. And I actually totally forgot something, but because I also wanted some shimmer on this card, so I'm just going to peel off the sequin shaker. And that went really easily. Wow. Okay, so I may need some more adhesive later on because this... Okay, so I'm ready to spray. And there we go. And I just really like this spray by Studio Calico. Because when you spray it like about once or just twice, then you will end up with a really nice subtle shimmer. But now I just sprayed it more than once or more than twice, and now I just ended up with these little splatters of glitter, so I just really like that. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere the shaker again, and this time I'm going to attach it onto my card with some Tombow Mono multi-glue. So I'm just going to add a couple of drops of the glue. Okay everyone, so that finishes up the cards for the Pretty Pink Posh blog hop. Be sure to visit the Pretty Pink Posh blog or my blog for all the details about this hop. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon. Bye!